Happening now, a new search for Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 is underway nearly a dozen years after the Boeing 777, with 239 people on board, vanished from radar after takeoff in Kuala Lumpur. The Texas-based firm Ocean Infinity is now making its third attempt to find the long-lost plane. Joining us now, CNN aviation safety analyst David Susi. He wrote a book about MH370 back in 2015. David, what do you think the chances are that this latest search that has now just begun turns up something critically important, something new?
I'll tell you, Wolf, I've been really apprehensive about these continued searches until now. I think now we've got three things going for us. One is the revised data analysis of the area, and that's being used with AI. We didn't have AI before to try to find these areas. So a lot of data got it sorted out. The other thing is they're using a new swarm technology for the underwater vehicles that are being used. Instead of just one device out there looking, we've got multiple devices in multiple control ships out there. And then third, there's been some great things about how we look at the current flows in the ocean. And we have some parts that came up on Le Réunion Island, if you remember, and Madagascar, that they've remapped back using this new technology. I'm very confident that they're going to find something on this search.
And let's hope. After all these years, David, what new information do you think can be gained if they do find wreckage?
Well, what I'm hopeful is that the voice recorders and the data recorders, if they find the main body of this aircraft, those should still be intact on the ocean floor. They may be difficult to find, but if they do find that main body of the aircraft, they should then be able to find the flight data recorder and the voice recorders, which are made to last this long. They could go 10, 15 years with the way that the EEPROM chips hold the data. It could be very well intact. And hopefully they would find that and get some answers.
How has technology, David, improved over the past 10 years or so that could improve the search? And I'm not just talking about AI.
Mostly it's about the swarms of underwater vehicles. So if you recall before, they would go out with a huge ship and they would put one device in and they would search a very narrow path, and they'd have to go back and forth to try to get this scan of the ocean floor. The new technology now allows for multiple units underwater to be tracked by a single robotic boat. There's not even anybody on board this boat that controls these swarms. So they can be out there looking in multiple areas all at one time. In addition, the resolution on these devices is thousands times better than it was before. So before you would look at it and say, is this a rock? Is it a boat? Is it a crashed airplane? We didn't know the difference. Now, these devices have very high resolution of what they're looking at on that ocean floor. I think that's the things that will be most critically different in this search.
Does the location of the current search give you any new clues about what they think might have happened, why this plane, this 777, this Boeing 777 vanished?
No, they really didn't get many clues from the current search. The current search, if you're talking about the ocean currents, maybe I misunderstood your question, but the ocean currents gave us more information about where it might be located. However, the parts that have been located gave us some information. The leading edge of some of the flight control things that were found, the flaperon was found, and you can tell from that it came off in flight. It didn't come off once the aircraft hit the ground. It came off in flight, which tells us that the aircraft made a rapid descent and it came apart somewhat in flight, at least the flight controls did. So that gives us some clue as to how quickly the aircraft descended from its last known handshake that we know about.
So what's your bottom line assessment right now, David? Do you think they're going to find something that's going to explain what happened?
I'll tell you, I'm very confident that they will. This search area, if you recall before, it was about the size of Florida. Now it's about the size of Connecticut. I mean, it's really reduced, and that's not meaning that it's a less effective search. It means that it's more concise search. So yes, I feel very confident. I've got a very high confidence that we're going to find something on this search.
Let's hope. All right, David Susi, as usual, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.